to go there, but they'll pick up 2 and look for a third. It wasn't really well timed and not intended where Sherwin Campbell was hoping that it would go. Went through the mid-wicket area. There's a gap there, but it was well, struck quite nicely the way they got a thickish edge. Well, I suppose some doctor will say it struck him outside the off stump. Certainly was beaten for pace, was beaten for everything. Now, did he get outside the off stump? I thought this was pretty much straight. He came back enough, really, to maybe go on to hit middle leg. Given the benefit of the doubt, possibly that the batsman was just a shade outside the off stump. A very good delivery, great in-dipper, pace and movement from Shoaib Akhtar. Without handling Shoaib Akhtar, Wallace very well. But he gets a lucky 4. 23 without loss.
Slower ball, another inside edge. And 4 more. Just what I mean. It's unlucky for the bowler.
Everything going the West Indies way for the time being. An excellent slow delivery. I think the only thing you could say about that was that it was a bit wide. Both of those inside edges have gone past off stump because they were starting a little bit wide. But this is Shoaib Akhtar. Look how smooth a run-up he has. That was a slow delivery.
But certainly Shoaib hasn't shown signs yet. That's a good shot. Flicked away, back with a square. And he runs away for 4. What a well-executed stroke.
I got the impression that Wasim Akram was trying to bowl almost a spinner with that delivery. He certainly changed his action at the last minute. You could see his fingers wrapping around the ball just at the last minute. And it wasn't well directed.
Chip that over mid-on, whether it'll get all the way or not, I doubt. No, not enough on it. Michael, you just talked in, and you pointed out there was only 1 slip in there, and Razak was doing something with the ball. I have been told which direction the rain comes from, but I can't relate it to the direction I'm looking in at the moment.
Oh, you're looking in with me.
There's a big appeal from Moeen Khan, but not so much from the bowler.
And I think this will show us why. Hit outside the line of off stump.
He's hit that, gone through with a shot. I think Akram might claim moral victory, but it doesn't matter. Campbell did well just to stay with the shot.
That's a good shot. A bit of width. That's all he needed. And of course, with all the fielders in front of square, inside the circle, always going to be a very safe shot. Always going to be a boundary.
All very safe. Over the top. Good shot. 4.
Shot always going to be productive. First 15 overs, only 2 men allowed outside the circle. Once it's up, they have got to go.
Sherwin Campbell has been in very good touch, managing that sweep shot. Definitely a good toss to win.
the record suggested. And that's taken by Inzi. First ball after drinks interval, Sherwin Campbell playing one in the air and plucked quite nicely by Inzamamul Haq.
Well, that's what you need, those drinks breaks. You've got to watch them. Straight up to the break. Sherwin Campbell just chips this one straight to mid-wicket, and that's exactly what I said about this pitch. It's a difficult one to force the issue on. Didn't get right over the top of that one. Inzamam straight there, straight in the mitts, and that's the first wicket to fall for 61.
Hines comes to the centre now, replacing Sherwin Campbell, who fell to Abdul Razak's first delivery after the drinks interval.
Yeah, it's just cramped him a little for room there. Flicked it off his toes, hit it pretty well, but hit it in the air. Then straight to Inzamam Haq at short mid-wicket.
Well, Abdul Razak was interested because that was a good delivery, first up to Wavell Hines.
First up delivery there, Wavell Hines just cramping in for room, just coming back in. Razak moves the ball both ways.
This is how Sherwin Campbell fell, playing it in the air, didn't middle it at all. And Inzamamul Haq was well positioned.
Well, the playing across the line really brought about his downfall. It's a typical wicket, well, to drive and keep a straight bat, let alone play across the line. Bill Wallace, the other opener, 30 not out. Hines was new man to the crease, yet the score. Adams, Gale, Patel, Jacobs, the batsman still to come. Good start for the West Indies.
It'll be interesting to note what stage of the game will Moin Khan bring on Saklan Mushtaq. Maybe a handful is some of the younger lot. The West Indian batsman haven't really played him of late. Lovely bowling. A wrong one from Mushtaq Ahmed, a flighted one. It's called for the third umpire. Pakistanis look very animated and very confident that they've got Philo Wallace.
Well, Philo didn't really pick this one either. Bushy happy to toss these up because Philo plays him from the crease. It's the wrong one. Well, is that foot in the air? I think it's in the air there.
If that foot is in the air, then he has to go, but it's very difficult to judge. Umpire has to be absolutely 100% sure that that foot is in the air. Mushy looks very hopeful. It's very difficult to tell.
Well, I'd hate to be pushing the button on that one. It's a very difficult one. Well, it's gone in favour of the fielding side. Very close, that one.
A very good decision in the end, and a good one, and the right one as well. He was sure that Philo Wallace had his left foot in the air. That is the reason why it's gone. Stumped Moin Khan, 61 for 2 West Indies. So the captain walks in, Jimmy Adams, the left-hander.
Well, nothing much happened in the first hour for Pakistan. Second hour, all of a sudden, 2 wickets have gone. And this was the last one to fall. Robin there, and some very quick hands there from Moin Khan. Philo Wallace not quick enough to get back in. Mushy's pretty happy about that. So after a good start, yeah, it was removed.
Excellent glove work from Moin Khan.
Didn't have much joy yesterday, Jim Adams at the back.
Got to be careful. Can't afford to get one out. Jimmy Adams. End of the over. West Indies 61 for 2. Edged away from Inzamamul Haq. Might just run away to the boundary, and it does. So a good ball gets West Indies a boundary.
Well, I think this was half meant, but half a chance too as well. Went a lot finer than Hines expected. did defeat him. Luckily for him, he went through with the shot and got a fair bit on it and just knocked it wide of the man in slip. And raced away to that third man boundary for Paul.
Just enough width for the left-hander to be interested in driving that one, even though he played it away from the body. Just one slip in position. And they'll now pick up a single, even though it was well stopped by Imran Nazir.
I think this is more the shot he wanted to play the ball before. This time got over it a bit. And then Nazir does a good job there to get on top of that one, but can't control it. The single results.
It's the outfield, although being lush green, is in patches just a little bounce, or there is an awkward bounce for the fielders at times. Oh, that's a lovely delivery. Came back just a shade. Jimmy Adams was possibly looking to play through the offside. Checked just in time.
Yeah, again the swing here shown from Razak. Oh, come right back in the middle stump. Jimmy Adams had to adjust very quickly. He's back in time, got his legs out the way.
Oh, another very good delivery.
Now this one going the other way. An away swinger. Jimmy Adams has his work cut out here at the moment. One way, one the other. Just digging that one out too as well.
Before Mushtaq Ahmed commences is over, change in the commentary position. So over to Michael Holding and Tony Kozler.
Thank you, Innings. Oh, Mushtaq got rather excited about that. Ball was played in the air.
Very straight though, and once he hits it that straight, there's no danger at all. Not the first time we have seen Will Hines play that particular shot off Mushtaq Ahmed.
Swept away, there's a fielder down there. And he gets there very quickly and gets rid of the ball very quickly as well. Good work by Abdul Razak. We've had 32 one-day internationals here. A very good stave, extremely good work by Yunus Khan. Good cross which Hines thought he had got away. Brilliant work by Yunus Khan.
Not just saved 4 runs, but almost ran Jimmy Adams out as well. Very good work. Jimmy Adams had to really hustle to get back into his crease.
Almost ran him out again. 4 times in 6 innings Adams has been run out in this tournament. Shoaib Akhtar now will come around the wicket. New experience this for Will Hines. He's never faced Shoaib Akhtar before. Shoaib has only had 1 match before this against the West Indies in one-day internationals. So he'll take a little time to get his sighting against the faster bowling. There's the decline for the West Indies. Those 2 wickets have already slowed them down. Wickets of the openers. And yet again, the openers getting starts, getting into the 20s and 30s and getting out. That's been a pattern. Hold on. Will Hines completely deceived. He's never really been happy against Mushtaq. Mushtaq goes right through him. Another wicket. Pakistan have taken control. 71 for 3.
Lots of turn here from Mushtaq Ahmed. Looking to run that ball down to the third man region and play it inside the line. Well, Mushtaq has been doing very well. It's 71 for 3.
Chris Gale comes in to replace his fellow left-hander and fellow Jamaican Wavell Hines.
This was a dismissal. You can see that way behind was opening the pace of the bat, looking to try and run this ball down toward the third man region, and actually played inside the line, although Mushtaq got so much turn. Very good bowling this by Mushtaq Ahmed. 2 wickets to his name.
Very enthusiastic appealer. None more enthusiastic in world cricket.
Sometimes you get the impression that they somehow have forgotten what the LBW law says. Or is it just a matter of convenience to know the law when it suits you?
Out, straight into his hand at mid-wicket. Mushtaq strikes again. West Indies wobbling. 71 for 4. Mushtaq doing the business here for Pakistan.
And they're doing it very well again. Mushtaq has continued to bowl well throughout this tournament. Placed the 2 short mid wickets straight to the straight of them too. Shahid Afridi has fumbled a few in the past, who certainly would not have dropped that one. It's 71 for 4.
The batsman is Ricardo Powell with a lot of work now to do. Just 22 overs and 4 balls gone. The West Indies have declined. The opening partnership put on 61. They've now lost 4 wickets for 10 runs. And Mushtaq Ahmed is spinning a web of uncertainty around them.
Seemed to get very close to the pitch of that ball, Chris Gayle, and once you get that close to the pitch, you would expect that he would have been able to keep the ball down. Not so. Getting a lot of help from this pitch, Mushtaq. It's very dry. It was dry yesterday. It's even drier today. Very simple catch. And the West Indies really in a bit of bother now. Well, for the first time, Ricardo Powell has come to the crease with more than half of the overs to go. Well, that is not a pretty sight. Those red dots certainly putting the brakes on this West Indies batting.
Ricardo Powell, stroke maker, likes to play shots, likes the big shots. Plenty of time, as Mikey says, to bat. 2 wickets in the over. He's got his captain in there with him, which will help. Out, backward point. 3 wickets in the over. Ricardo Powell goes. Mushtaq in a magnificent spell. And Ricardo Powell, with a soft dismissal, goes without scoring. Hines, Gayle, Powell, all gone in the 23rd over. The West Indies 71 for 5. Very, very low shot. To the right of all stop. Now we are near to the pitch of that ball, Ricardo Powell, and yet he still has gone through with the shot. Shahid Afridi again. As I said, he doesn't drop anything as simple as that. Didn't drop the previous one, didn't drop that one either. 2 ducks in 2 deliveries for both batsmen, 71 for 5. Oh yeah! Come on! Yusuf Yohana with a return.
Didn't get there very quickly at all with the Jacobs. If that had hit the stumps, he would have been out by a yard.
Certainly seemed an easy single. Took off very late. There are the ducks on the board. I suppose it's being Easter Sunday, it's appropriate. We should have a number of eggs up there. Gayle and Powell failing to trouble the scorer. Whether he got an edge onto that or not, we won't know. Moin Khan certainly seemed to think it was going to be a catch. He went after it. There were 2 fielders closer than him who might have done the same thing.
I suppose because he had the gloves on, he thought it was up to him. Just bounced out of his hands. Didn't seem as if there was any bat involved. Perhaps a bat hit the boot.
for the West Indies. Should go all the way to the boundary. So just straying a bit, Slect Mushtaq. They've been waiting a long time for some runs.
Well, it's taken an outside edge to release the pressure cooker that's been applied. Fantastic turnaround in this game through some high-quality spin bowling. And there was no confidence in that shot either.
There's a big appeal, he's gone. The West Indies sink into further trouble, 83 for 5, Jacobs goes. And Slect Mushtaq picks up his first wicket, brought into the series for the first time in this match.
Well, Ridley Jacobs stood there, but I think that found a little tiny inside edge onto the pad. There's the catch, straight ball from Slect. Jacobs out for 7, and the West Indies in disarray at 83 for 6.